Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dad Drip with Blackroom, and over here I have Shay de Castro. Just had an amazing killer set. How are you feeling right now?
Good. Like I'm underwater, but good.
Okay, awesome. I love it. Now, Shay, you have a very strong social media presence, and knowing today how important it is to have a strong social media presence, what kind of advice do you have for upcoming DJs and producers when it comes to that aspect of their career?
I would say don't focus on the algorithm because that always changes. I would say more so just focus on consistency. Just like posting at least 3 times per week if you can. And not only like show photos, stuff like that, videos, things from your like normal life. I think really helps people relate with you. I think that's probably the best advice.
You've had support from a lot of legends like Adam Beyer, Amelie Lenz. When you were first releasing those songs, like tell us a little bit about the process and how it felt hearing those legends play your songs.
Like there's a part of you that's still like, did this really happen or did I dream it? Like the first time like Adam Beyer played one of my tracks, it was at Tomorrowland, but it was like the streaming only because it was during 2020. And my friend was like, dude, Adam Beyer is playing your track. I was like, puras mentiras, no. But yeah, like I saw it because you had to like pay for the stream, and then later I saw it, I was like, oh shit, like that's crazy. And then the night, like I forgot about it because I'm like, I'm probably like hallucinating or something. And then you wake up the next day, I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah, but it's just like a consistent, oh shit, that's crazy, like your whole career.
That's awesome. Do you think that moment catapulted you into a different part of your career, or you still had to, do a lot more to get to where you are now?
I mean, I definitely had to do more because that was like, for example, like Adam Beyer was 5 years ago. So it's like, consistency, consistent support from like really big artists. But I think more than anything, it's like the labels that you sign on. So that did help me sign on like the next biggest and the next biggest. Yeah, I guess I'm winning. Yeah.
Awesome. That's some great advice. Thank you. Alrighty. So for Latinos, tú eres una de las representantes del Peak Time para los latinos. ¿Cómo se siente ser una representante? ¿Cómo se siente ser una representante latina, no solamente del Peak, pero también del techno en general?
Bueno, es un halago, por supuesto, pero bueno, o sea, nací en Idaho, pero soy mexicana de corazón. Entonces, no, sí, siempre es un halago, porque me encanta la gente latina y es el público mejor, en secreto. Pero bueno.
Bueno, hablando de ese tema, ¿cuál ha sido el país donde has tenido tu show favorito? Y también, ¿hay algún país donde no hayas tocado todavía que realmente quieres tocar?
Well, it's like very stereotypical, but Berlin was definitely like for me at Sisyphos, so we were just talking about that. That was so dope. Also, like I played in, actually they were with me, I played in like a festival that was in the middle of a forest in Germany. And like we went down the Autobahn, like 240 miles an hour, and then we arrive and there's like just the middle of nowhere, and we're like raving, and then after we're covered in dirt and everything. It was so dope. So I would say there, but I definitely want to play it like Awakenings or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's every DJ's dream, is to definitely have a great set at Awakenings.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Alrighty. Are there any producers that you want to shout out right now? You've been really digging their tracks, or any producers that you want to collab in the future?
I'm gonna say Pleasure Craft because he's always doubting himself, even though he's like a genius. Aside from that, I would say Eduardo, que es de la Ciudad de Mexico. He's also amazing. He lives in Houston, Texas. I think he's like a phenomenal, underrated producer that I'm sure all of us will know in the future.
Excellent. Shout out Houston.
Shout out Houston.
For the producer nerds, do you have any underrated hidden gems or any VSTs plugins that you'd want to, name out?
I feel like I try to use just Ableton stock as much as possible. So aside from like the super popular Serum, unfortunately, I feel like no.
Yeah, no, Serum's great. Also, shout out Teletone. Please sponsor us. They're really great.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty. This is a question that we tend to ask. What's one of the biggest shows where you've gathered like the most like payment for?
Payment? I would say like again, Texas is like really like served me well, but Texas and San Antonio like on a Wednesday, and there was like construction going on outside the venue, so no one was even out. And I was playing with another techno artist, and we were like, dude, there's like 5 people here. But like they paid the most.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
random.
Well, we know where Peak Time is hitting now. It's in Texas.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I would say like it's exploding. Like Dallas just opened Silo, which is a massive venue. Yeah, shout out to Texas.
Shout out Texas, shout out Silo. If you weren't a DJ, what do you think you would be doing right now?
I would definitely be working in a museum, like doing hopefully some kind of like curation. I like am obsessed with sculptures, architecture, that kind of stuff. So I think that's what I wouldn't probably receive much payment, but unless I worked in San Antonio or something. But yeah, that's probably what I was doing.
Yeah, just like everyone from LA is moving back into Texas now.
Yeah, totally.
Where do you see the future of techno going, and can you predict or kind of envision what the sound will be like in the next 2 to 5 years?
I really think, and obviously I'm biased because I'm very Peak Time, but I really think that it's going to come back around to Peak Time being like the most popular subgenre of techno. And you even hear it in like Amelie Lens sets, A-Rod, that are like they're typically playing like 140 plus. Last week they were playing like 135, so I'm like, I feel like, you know, hard techno is like hit its peak, truly. So now we're going to Peak Time. I really think. It's always a pendulum, comes back around.
Alrighty, we'll see where Peak Time is in 5
Let's
years.
see, yeah, let's watch this in 5 years and see.
Excellent. Well, this has been Shay de Castro. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for
And this
having
has been Dodger for Black Room. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.